What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Easy Root. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification icon for more videos like this. With that being said, let's get into the video. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford has finally happened. OMG, we can't believe it. This is the fight we wanted for 5-6 years. We finally getting the mega fight. As some people would say, the perfect fight. You know, everything is on the table in this fight. Undisputed, undefeated, prime for prime. I mean, it's just too much ingredients for this fight. We can't wait. So much is at stake for this fight. And you guys know I've been promoting this fight all these years, and we finally here. You know, I got another channel called Terence Crawford Stops Running Back Porter. We seen that play out, and we gonna see Bud Crawford beats Errol Spence as well play out. So just stay with me. We're almost at the end. We're here. But anyway, the press conference has been great. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence both brought the energy we've been asking for. I feel like they could have been a little bit more aggressive, but I mean, two guys that got mutual respect for each other, so they kept it cordial. You know, these are guys that been on the phone together. They got each other's number, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, the fans go back and forth more than the fighters go back and forth. They both respect each other. We're the fans that got to choose sides. And some of these fans, they don't really respect the fighters. But it is what it is. You know, it's a competitive sport, boxing. You know, I mean, as long as your guy, you know, go in there and don't let you down. And all that matters, right? I know my guy's not going to let me down, but it is what it is. Anyway, I just want to bring light to a lot of boxing fans that think they know the sport, but are a little bit misinformed because they haven't really been following the sport. And I'm going to start that by bringing light to what Errol Spence said at these press conferences. He said Crawford hasn't fought nobody. He's fought the better competition. And we'll go back in time and do that. After Errol Spence grabbed the title from Kell Brook, he had the opportunity of unifying the belts against guys like Showtime Sean Porter, and he did that. He forced Sean Porter after he met Crawford and told Crawford he would go the easy route. Do you guys remember that? Or you guys act like y'all don't remember? My freaking channel is called Bud Crawford Beats Errol Spence to remind you what Errol Spence said. But this wasn't an easy fight. Arguably, a lot of people felt like Sean Porter won this fight. I mean, it was a split decision, and it wasn't an easy fight like Errol Spence thought it was going to be an easy fight. You understand what I'm saying? The knockdown, a lot of people say the knockdown saved him, but it is what it is. So he took the belt from Showtime Sean Porter. He then went on to fight guys like Danny Garcia because he had a car accident and he had a lot of shit going on. But what I'm trying to say is, these guys that Errol Spence was fighting, they were on the PBC. The PBC, they made it pretty clear that they was not going to give Terence Crawford any of these fighters. I'm trying to bring you guys back to reality. It's not that Errol Spence fought the better competition at welterweight. It's the fact that the company PBC, who had some of the better fighters not because of what they did at welterweight, but guys like Danny Garcia, he didn't really beat nobody at welterweight, but he had a name because of what he did at a previous weight class. What I'm trying to say is, guys like Danny Garcia, Showtime Sean Porter, and Udonis Ugas, who Earl took the third belt from, they were all on the side of the PBC. They were all on the side where what Errol Spence called the wrong side of the street. Terence Crawford was on the wrong side of the street. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they said. So it's not like Terence Crawford never wanted to fight these guys. It's the fact that the promotional company and these guys who they were signed to didn't want them to cross the street and fight Crawford because they wanted Errol Spence. They know that was a big fight. In the future, they wanted Errol Spence to be the one to collect all those belts, because if they were going to let guys like Showtime Sean Porter, when he was a champion, fight Crawford, and Crawford would have took that belt, I mean, Errol Spence he wasn't going to look that good well in negotiations. They were going to let Ugas lose that third belt to Crawford. It wasn't going to look good. So the powers that be systematically prevented Crawford from fighting those guys. Now, Crawford, when he came up in weight, he fought a guy in Jeff Horn who beat a guy, Manny Pacquiao, who was supposed to fight Errol Spence. But Errol Spence pulled out that fight with an eye injury. People don't want to give Crawford credit for Jeff Horn. Amir Khan. Nobody wants to give Terence Crawford credit for Amir Khan. Amir Khan got a glass jaw. Amir Khan is this, he's that. Amir Khan got wins over guys like Marcos Maidana. Amir Khan's been world champion before. You know? I mean, but it is what it is. What about Kell Brook? Terence Crawford and Errol Spence both share the same opponent, Kell Brook. Terence Crawford beat Kell Brook in better fashion. A lot of people say he was damaged. He was also damaged after the GGG fight going into the Errol Spence fight. What about Sean Porter? Sean Porter is the best guy on both guys' resume. Sean Porter is the best fighter on both guys' resume, on Errol Spence and Terence Crawford resume, because Sean Porter is the most proven welterweight out of every other person that both guys has fought. And Terence Crawford made Sean Porter look average. He was the only guy to stop Sean Porter. Sean Porter's been down a couple of times in his career. He's been dropped by Adrian Broner. He's been dropped by Errol Spence Jr., but he's never been dropped twice until he fought Terence Crawford. What I'm trying to tell you, people, don't be delusional because you don't follow the sport of boxing. It don't matter when Crawford fought these guys or if Crawford never fought these guys. We know what would have happened. Just because Errol Spence was on that side of the street where he had an opportunity to fight these guys does not mean Errol Spence is the better fighter. You could say he fought better competition because he had the opportunity to. Doesn't make him the better fighter. Me fighting a better competition because the competition is on the same side of the street as me doesn't make me the better fighter. It just means I had the opportunity first. For example, Devin Haney, and no shade to Devin Haney. Devin Haney is undisputed right now. But do you think Devin Haney is better than Shakur Stevenson? No. Devin Haney had the opportunity to those belts before Shakur Stevenson. If Shakur Stevenson had the opportunities, Shakur Stevenson would be undisputed. I mean, this is common sense. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Do not base your opinion for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford based on the fact that Errol Spence had the opportunity to fight these guys and Crawford didn't. You will lose your money. Come fight night. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more videos like this. It's your boy, Easy Root, and I'm out.